Over 20 years of history, the Women in Racing theme has been one of many successes at Emerald Downs. Jennifer Whitaker is number one among local women jockeys, leading Debbie Hoonan in total victories, 457 to 439. Whitaker achieved a very significant milestone in 2008.
Wasserman takes the lead through Metropolitan, fighting back. Wasserman in front, and Wasserman in a photo from True Metropolitan.
She became the only woman jockey now in 80 runnings to win the historic Long Acres Mile. Hoonan, she recorded 9 top 10 finishes in a 10-year span. Among trainers, Doris Harwood is number 5 on the all-time list with 514 victories, and more significantly, she's the track's all-time leading stakes trainer, currently 66 to 50 in wins over the Jim Penny barn. She also holds the Washington State record with over $900,000 in purse earnings during the 2009 meeting. Harwood says being an ex-jockey is a definite help.
When I ask a rider to do something in the afternoon, I can tell if he's having trouble doing it, or if he's willing to do it, or maybe he's just not doing it, or the horse isn't allowing him to do it. And I think that gives you an advantage on evaluating which jockeys fit which horses, or maybe I have to change something about how I've trained that horse so that I can put the pair, on the right path to win.
During the 2009 season, women trainers won a whopping 23 of 36 stakes races, led by Harwood tying her own track record with 12. Are there differences in men and women trainers?
I think that women are every bit as astute and good a horse person as men can be. I think they might be a little bit better at using or more patient using finesse than, say, men, and that's a big might. Nowadays, I think it's game on, gloves off. They're just every bit as good a horse person, and they have every right to be here, and they're proving themselves that they're as good or better than a lot of the male horsemen.
Aaron Palmer grew up around thoroughbreds and is an observer of the local scene as track photographer.
Honestly, I don't think there really is a generalized difference anymore between men and women trainers. Huge differences between trainers as individuals, but I can't say I see or think about certain trainers being away just because of their gender anymore.
Sharon Ross learned training from her established husband, Larry. She does some things differently, however.
Well, I've learned everything from him. Yeah, Larry had a very good background. He's a horseman, and horses come first. I mean, that was the first thing I learned when we were dating is he can't be here for this or he can't do that because his horse is doing this or his horse is doing that. So all I know is the horse has always got shoes before I did. I think there are differences between men and women trainers. I tend to be, I think, a little more sensitive to the horses themselves, and I like stuff like the chiropractic stuff with him and everything, and he doesn't believe in any of that kind of stuff. And I like more jogging than he prefers that I do with him. Well, when he's not here, I pretty much do what I want to. And when he's here, we kind of, pretty much he sets the work schedule, and I just make sure that they're ready to work when he thinks they should.
Trainer Howard Belvore's employed Whitaker for 314 of his Emerald Downs training victories.
She's like a lot of women. She's got her own mind, but she gets on a lot of horses, and like I say, she's a good hand. She's been doing it since she's 15, started with Danny Kinney, and she's just a good hand. That's all there is to it.
In 1997, young Chelsea Zupon won an amazing 7 consecutive mounts and totaled 105 victories that year, still the highest single season for a woman rider. Sandy Gann and Connie Dahl, along with Whitaker, have made great contributions to Emerald Downs racing.
I think there's probably a more definable difference between men and women jockeys just because of their strength differences. Certainly we've had some great women riders like Sandy Gann who are so smart and their timing's so good, and we've shown that all over the country.
This season there's some 17 women trainers with stall space, and that doesn't include Sharon Ross and Kay Cooper, who are officially assistants in the Larry Ross and Jim Penny barns. Women trainers have been to the mountaintop too. Shauna Van Oostum with Kid Katabatic and Harwood with Noosa Beach have won the mile. Cooper's been a big part of 3 mile victories at Emerald Downs. Over the past 5 seasons, Chris Densley's won 134 races, 6th best during that period, and most among women. Man or woman, the goal is always to get the best effort out on race day.
You know, training an animal is all in trying to achieve the same goal, which is have them fit and ready to run, picking the right spots for them. And I think, you know, women are as good at it as men are, and, you know, it's an equal opportunity world.